TV on.
Right.
And we are live. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is War Commander Unshackled, and I'd like to know where the fuck is my update for this week. And tonight, basically, on the panel, we have Anton, we have Blunt Burner, we have Delbert Phoenix, we have Fear the Peel, we have Godscope, we have the lovely Lady Warrior, we have the legendary Data King, we have the little Scrapite Wolfie, and myself, the Immortal, the Indomitable, the Complete Bastard, Dr. Phil. Because apparently Soloko was in the forums earlier. He has said at some point there will be a maintenance. He just, as usual, isn't doing his job properly and telling us when. He's putting it entirely on the dev team, and that is not right. So it's basically an open show. Since we know about practically nothing.
Walrus Lives Matter.
Now I can hear myself, and it's not me. So who hasn't muted the fucking YouTube?
Mine's muted.
You know, I just heard Dobber.
When in doubt, always blame Dobber.
It's not Dobber. Somebody's got the YouTube on.
I'm blaming Tim.
No, it's not Data.
Oh, it's either that or Anton, because they were the only ones unmuted when I could hear it, then I think.
Yeah.
No, I'm just unmuted there now.
It was
Okay.
me. I'll admit it.
Oh, boo!
Thank
Come on, man!
Sorry. We're better than this.
I knew it. I knew it.
One time Doc actually remembers to do it, and Data forgets now.
Right, so
Shame,
words
shame,
with
shame.
friends commences then.
Yes, Phoenix.
No.
Phoenix and YouTube says ERM lives matter. Yes, they do.
No, they
Thousands
don't.
and thousands of ERMs have been sacrificed so we can play War Commander.
Sure about the
They
only.
sure have. They sure have.
I
Yeah,
can
it's just a wee bit disappointing there. So as after the update's running so well and the
bring
time of the show.
straight off the bat is this motherfucker right here.
It looks like he's got a welding mask on.
Well, he's carrying a big
What is
fucking
And
flamethrower.
like he's got
Sounds
like
like the
a
original Iron Man from the first Iron Man movie.
He does a bit.
I don't know about anyone else, but if I got a flamethrower that fucking big, I'm pretty sure I want to be well covered with fucking protective gear.
Fear
Not,
should know
not
this.
covered in metal.
It looks like a modern day Ned Kelly.
Just look at that and I think, big lighter.
Anybody knows who Ned Kelly is, that's who he looks like.
I think I'm the
It
only
looks
one.
like he's shooting a minigun.
He looks like
It's
a
like-
wood. He looks like a wood burner that should be in someone's back garden.
You know what it is? It's like someone who's taken one of those Catherine wheels and just stuck it on its side and given a gun with it.
It's a Cyberman.
Sparks. It's
Hey,
just
Doctor Who.
It's the new today's Cyberman, Doctor Who.
Looks like someone's holding a troll out their hand.
it does have a name, but I don't know where it is.
Grim just said in YouTube update in 52 minutes.
The chaplain, or I think it's supposed to be the chaplain, right?
Is it the chaplain?
Yeah.
I know they gave it a name, and I didn't read it.
Yeah, chaplain.
Flamethrower 2.0.
A mega flame
Yeah,
fire.
chaplain. It's funny because the deacon is the valiant hero, and now they got chaplain.
Wait, we're getting a Valent hero?
No, the last event,
You wish.
Valiant.
last event, the red
That's
valiant.
the acolyte.
The deacon's the true believer thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's an acolyte.
Fucking like red valiants or whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Background.
The red valiant
Mega-
is the gallant.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
the gallant.
Because the next person who says gallant's going to get a smack in the face.
Go on.
You gotta
Right,
Zero
He's
hesitation.
very gallant.
It's a
Yeah,
gooant.
Gallant's an adjective.
It's a gooant.
I don't think gallant's even a word.
Yes,
Check it on Words with
gallant.
Words.
It's an adjective. It's describes
not a-
someone.
It's
That
not a
night
thing.
was gallant.
Check it on words.
Ugh.
I was so
Brave,
gallant
spirited,
that night.
brave spirited,
This is like
noble-minded, or
someone
chivalrous.
friend.
See? That night was gallant.
I need a
Come on,
drink.
now. Data King, come on!
Come on. Come
Come on,
on.
son. Come on, son.
So it's,
You don't want to play Words with Friends with me. Come on now.
You, want,
No, no.
you don't want to play with me.
Doc, that sounds like a personal challenge.
Oh no!
So, you know, you don't.
no.
You're not gonna let him have that on live.
Games at this point.
No, honey, no.
You're not gonna let him take you live, are you? Challenge you live, and you don't rebuttal?
Take the Unshackled gaming to a whole new level.
Unshackled words with friends. One night only.
See, Doc has spoken. Thus it shall be.
Presented by the Immortal.
Well, it does say scheduled downtime in 49 minutes and 55 seconds, so we might actually get something done. So all we got to do now is fill an hour full of
Waste time.
wasted time.
Step up, people. Step up. Words of friends.
Which
Not to make you challenges.
Which does allow me. It does allow me to bring something up. As a player base, a lot of you have gotten lazy, and I mean very lazy.
I agree.
Very
Hey,
good.
base, jug, herald. I need to take this back. Oh, use your jug and your herald. Use your jug and this. Use jugs and the RMs. Use this. Use this. Use this. Use this.
Yeah.
The jug and the herald are not the be-all and end-all of this game.
Yep.
There are tools that are still there that were out a year ago or 2 years ago even that are still better to use than the jug and the herald. The jug is too slow. The herald is too slow. If you want to go in and out and do something strategically, the jug and the herald are pointless to use. But I use the jug on this base, and this base, and this base, and this. Okay, fine. You use the jug on this base. You took X amount of damage. I did it. It took me twice as long. I used this unit, this unit, this unit, and this unit, and I got no repairs. Because you got lazy.
Yeah, guys, bring out your fucking vanquishers already.
Oh, fuck that.
No.
Let's not go too far.
They are the
Legendary
new
vanquisher.
Apollos.
Yo,
Don't
Thunderbolts from
you
like.
fucking hate on my Apollos, you son of a bitch.
You better stop bringing on that, right?
Don't tell me you're going the Shadow Killer way and enjoying these Apollos.
I love my fucking Apollos. Fuck off.
See, Adam's not here to bring forth the Apollo legacy, so someone has to do it.
I love those Apollos on day one. I still love them now. So feel the bill, you can fuck off.
Oh yeah. If you guys are on YouTube looking at Doc's screen, there's the guy that's actually in the Apollo shooting that gun out of the Apollo.
Okay, well, since we have an hour to waste, I actually have maybe it's a noob question, but something I've noticed the last few times I've hit bases. Is anybody else having problems targeting a Hades or a Tempest? Almost like you have to move your Herald away a little bit and then bring it back before it'll target it?
Yeah, that's an issue with the Herald itself. It's like it just randomly will stop targeting things. So you have to like target something else. Like it just physically won't start firing the bombs, which is some stupid glitch.
Okay, because I just noticed it over the last few days for me that I was just now in a base hitting somebody, and it would not target the damn Hades. It's like my Herald's almost dead as it is. Would you mind?
I've noticed also the targeting center is it's off center as well. Like I targeted a stationary turret, and it was moved off to the southeast a little bit. It was just slight half a square away. It was really weird.
Yeah,
that's because the Herald has 5 range, so technically it's not straight over top. It's back a little bit, shooting just a little pube hair in front of it.
Yeah, and I'm used to that part, but I wasn't used to it. All of a sudden, it's not wanting to target the Gold Tempest or the Hades. Here I got them shooting at me, and it's like I couldn't get the damn things to die for a minute. So.
Yeah, I don't typically send my Herald after those units.
Wise decision.
Yeah.
I use my Furies and my Valiants to kill all those.
Well, unfortunately, we're talking to somebody currently that has. Well, I only have a regular Phantom, which doesn't do anything to anybody.
No, it doesn't do
2 weeks. 2 weeks
And
ahead.
now, and you're talking a lady that's got 13 plus hours repair on her air right now, and she's still fighting. So,
Yeah.
there you go.
I picked up 21 hours last night when I went on to a little trek with a few guys who had to a particular sector to go whacking people.
So,
Fuck is that laugh?
yeah, I went there and I was targeting stuff, and it was so annoying to have like a hunter. I would target it, and then my herald would fly over it, just sit there. But animals got basically how the remedy for that. You have to target something and click away. But I tried that yesterday, and it still would not shoot. So I had to target something like 150 range away and just rely on the splash. Because normally I could just click the target, click on the ground, and click the target again, and then it'll work. But for some reason, it wasn't yesterday, and I took way more damage on my herald than I needed to. I almost lost that thing because of it.
Well, speaking of Valiants too, just don't forget, everybody, the event starts September 14th. It's going to end on the 21st. It is the Sentinel faction, so you're going to need to have your Sentinel units already. So if you don't have them, get out there, start hitting those Acolyte bases and those Valiant bases and the Vindicator bases, because I think they're only going to spawn one more time before the event.
Spawn one more time, and I need to get that shit done actually.
Yeah, I just got another Valiant today, so I'm going to have to start building them and getting them. Maybe I might level them up a couple times so they're usable. I've got my Jug, I've got my Herald, and I have my Acolytes. And
you're gonna want them at least level 8.
Well, I mean, it's anything with some kind of range that I can put my Titan out in front or some other hero units out in front to tank some damage, so they can hit. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, that's
I won't be able to use the Titan.
Usually level 5. If you can get them to level 5, at least for 2 tech on them.
I was kind of skeptical with the Valiants, because when I got in the event, they took forever to kill the floater. Now I'm like, that's your one job, and you take forever, so I didn't bother building them. I just built a whole army of them, and they're really good for taking out ground tanks. They're okay with
durable too.
Air floater.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The thing is with the Valiant, their ground missiles will track. They're the only ones that do it. They will track what you've got.
Yep.
Okay.
I've never seen it done like that before, but it just seems to happen.
It seems to be like a secret missile on them, they lock on, and that's it.
When the Furies shoot ground, they don't track. They only shoot in one spot. Same with
Cyclones.
But these Valiants, they track your missiles. So the first time I ran a Valiant base, I thought to myself, well, they're not going to do what they did before. So I ran Howlers underneath them, and my Howlers got eaten alive. Which sucked.
Phalanxes are the units to use in those bases.
Nah.
I used 6 of them, level 10.
Jericho underneath. See if I can pull one out. Give me a minute. My shit's still fucking down.
TMI.
But screw it.
Fucking pussies, man.
So what's everybody doing for their faction base? Are you all doing Corpus? Or
yeah, I'm going to Corpus.
The way to go.
Well,
no, there it is.
Because something I was told that I didn't know, you get that adaptive bonus when you're attacking somebody too. So my Furies are harder to kill, my attacking Phalanxes are harder to kill. So yeah, I'm switching to Corpus.
Yeah. But here's the thing: be prepared. You'll have to have Spartans in your bunkers.
Yeah, I got 60 of them built.
Jesus. Because actually, me and one of the guys that's usually in the YouTube side chat, Smug, we did some tests yesterday. He made a recording, but I haven't seen it yet, of some tests that him and I did together. He has Corpus and I have Corpus, so we did some tests back and forth. And he took all of his libs out and put a Spartan in base. It took my Jug 7 shots to kill it.
Nice.
Very, very interesting.
To kill what?
And then
a Spartan.
A Spartan. And then he put a Hades in base, and I brought in my Furies, and my Furies killed it. One Fury killed it 1 shot.
Yeah, because that's Corpus versus Corpus.
Yeah, Corpus versus Corpus. So we want to do, we want to do some other tests with some other faction units, where somebody might have Sentinels and we have Corpus, or vice versa. But that's what we were able to do before the Gateway era kicked us both out last night.
You want to see something that shocks you? Load your base with Phalanxes and Hades, or even just Hades, and have somebody who's not in a Corpus faction run their Phantom through your base.
Yeah, we didn't want to cause anybody a whole lot of damage. I mean, I got a little bit of damage, but
I did with a buddy of mine. I ran my level 32 Omega Phantom over top of his Hades. I took off 1 bar of health on each of his Hades, and my Phantom was dead.
Awesome. Wow, that's crazy.
Hey, lady.
Yeah.
So the thing with the Furies is the whole reason behind the Corpus is they get it's only against like super massive damage that'll do more than a percentage of their health. So the Fury does under that percentage, so it'll one-shot it. But like a Juggernaut does probably 10-15 times the Herald, the Hades health.
Yeah.
And so it would destroy it. So like if you ran a Juggernaut against that, then yeah, it should have taken 7 shots. I think we did it on the other show, or not the other show, but the prior show.
Yeah, you and I did that last week, Daba. Yeah, and it did take 7 shots for the Jug to kill the Hades, because we did test that last week.
Someone like that, really.
And I love that buff. I really do love that buff.
Yeah, I do too. I love that buff a lot. So, but I can't switch to Spartans in my bunkers yet, because I don't have enough for one, and I need tech.
I will go base defense to use Corpus.
But I wonder,
mind you, you're only screwed if you have Liberators in your bunkers. You're only screwed if someone pops your bunker with something other than a Maverick.
No, you're screwed if you have them in your bunkers to start off with.
Yeah, no matter what.
Oh, you are? I thought they had to be on the map. I thought they had to be popped.
No,
that's disappointing.
Yeah.
That's why I want to know, how do the Spartans go against Titan and Sandstorm?
If you don't have the flak gun tech on them, they don't even shoot at it. They only shoot at ground, unless you have the tech that allows them to shoot at air.
Well, the true test is again, it's like you have to weigh the pros and the cons. It's like, all right, well, my libs, are they more beneficial to leave them in the bunker so that they shoot PKs down, they do damage to other units? Is someone only going to attack me with one specific type of faction? If I take them out and I switch them to something else, just like Lady Warrior was saying, do you have the tech to make the Spartans be able to target air?
Right.
Are they high enough level so that they're actually viable?
Yeah.
Can I shoot PKs down? So if you take libs out and somebody's like, "Oh my God, he doesn't have libs in," and you don't have AA tech, or you can't shoot the PKs down, you're
screwed.
Yeah, exactly. You're just leaving your base wide open.
Well, now he actually took and did a go-go bar test, and he took some Spartans with the tech on it that can shoot air, and he brought in, I guess it would have been an Omega Omega Titan. And it was a lot of work for him to get that killed, because he had to bring one of the Spartans underneath and then move the other ones, and after it went for the bunker and killed it and opened them up, and it was kind of crazy. It was an awful lot of work. And I haven't seen him on today, but as soon as I do, I will definitely ask him. I told him to post the video to the Unshackled page, and I would approve it so that everybody could see what we did.
He doesn't use.
Yeah, but if you have the Spartans in your bunkers, that's so you can boost your base defenders. So you're giving up the power of your bunker killing air to boosting your Hades and your Phalanx. I guarantee you, with the adaptive defenses boost to your Phalanx, you're going to drop all the air pretty damn quick. And then with your Hades, you're going to be able to take that Herald down.
Yep. Yeah.
So do you want to sacrifice? Like, at that point, I'm almost tempted to just not have anything in my bunkers whatsoever and just use my defense, because if you're putting Spartans in, I guess something's better than nothing, but they're not really all that effective.
Agreed. Agreed.
Yes,
I'm the same thing. So yeah, so like I said, I'm in a quandary about it.
It's a shame.
Spartans destroy phalanx, but that's about it. Spartans and bunkers.
You want something there to combat air as well.
Your phalanx wrecks air.
Yeah, but in your bunkers, you know what I mean? You want that for I suppose we're being spoiled over the years, but I've level 18 Liberators. You know, they destroy Phantoms and Titans and...
Yeah, but if you're a Corpus faction, do you want to sacrifice those level 18 Liberators to boost your Hades and Phalanx that you have defending your base?
Yes.
Yeah, well, it's not hard.
Like, it's a difficult... Yeah, I 100% agree. It's a difficult decision to make. Because there's pros to leaving them in and there's pros to taking them out.
I don't mind.
Yeah.
My bunkers are okay. I can work with the bunkers. But losing Jericho, my favorite friend, is my biggest...
Yeah.
Losing Jericho.
Yeah.
Because people are going to come with a mixture at you with Juggernauts and Special Forces and Ardra and Purifiers. You know what I mean? So they're going to lose their buff anyway, and Jericho just kills everything.
Yeah. It's definitely an interesting, you know, it was interesting doing the test yesterday, and it's makes you think a lot. It's like, what do you do? What is best?
One decision over the other.
They finally installed a level of strategy to this game.
Yep.
Yes.
Just a different,
I love that
normal strategy.
Except there's one base I think that is still brute force, but the other ones I've kind of figured out which strategy.
I think
It's
the
not-
ones that brute force one really.
But even with, like, I'm talking just pure strategy with PvP, setting up your bases to fend off other players, you have so many different options. Certain things that you do are really good, and then if you do, like, taking all your libs out of your bunkers to boost your Corpus defenders, that's awesome. That's a good, like, that's going to give you an advantage fighting. Or if you're not a Corpus, keeping your stuff the way it is keeps everybody guessing.
Yeah.
That's dead.
See, that's the,
like, because
see,
you
problem-
don't know.
See, the problem is that I'm doing it right now. Is the problem is that the Spartans take up so much space, and I don't think them alone in the bunkers are going to be able to combat any air. The rate of fire is too slow. They all shoot at the same target at the same time. Yeah, that's another problem too. I mean, like, I just ran an Elite Titan, a level 29 Elite Titan, you know, against it. It shot the drones down real fast, but, you know, again, they just don't do enough damage. That's the problem.
Right.
Depends on the average unit that comes in. Also, the Herald, like you say, but you've got your platforms there that are going to help combat air as well.
Yeah, and then with these support turrets coming out, like, there's going to be endless things that you can do with your base to set it up.
Yeah, no matter how you set it up, you're going to end up making it weak to something. I mean, if you go the Spartans in your bunkers, you're going to be very weak to a Jug because the Jug will be able to outrange the bunkers. You know,
well, even then, if someone drops a Jug in my base, I'm going to use my Phalanx to wipe that Jug out.
Yeah.
And to be fair, right,
won't be that easy.
To be fair, if you've got Spartans in your bunkers as well, if you've armed them to hit air, they're not going to work around. If you notice that in the Spartan,
No.
You notice that in the Corpus bases,
they'll target
right?
both. They'll target both, but they won't target the Herald.
Yeah, they won't target the Herald.
I wish there was a tech that could make something. Yeah, exactly. But I wish there was a tech that would make Spartans dedicated anti-air only. I would use that in a quickness. You put that in with the cloak tech. Ooh.
See, the other problem with the Spartans too. See, the other problem with the Spartans too, and I just showed it, was they have an arcing shot. So fast-moving vehicles are going to get under the first two shots. Like I just threw one Phalanx in there, one Phalanx in there. My bunkers are, not a real high level, so I'm still upgrading them from 2 years ago. But here's the first shot. The first shot, miss. Second shot, barely caught the backside of it.
No one's looking at your screen.
Well, you guys all suck.
I'm looking at
it now.
Yeah, they got an arcing grenade, but one thing to their credit, the splash damage is substantial.
And the thing you got to remember with them is you're not going to be, people aren't going to be sending just one phalanx. They're going to be sending them as a group. Most likely they'll be bunched. Most likely they'll be bunched together. So the problem.
And another thing too with the Spartans is they're so good versus infantry. Those Spartans that the phalanx drop will get killed quicker than normal.
Yeah, they're not that good.
From what I've noticed, them taking care of the acolytes in the event in the acolyte bases, the Spartans are pretty good versus infantry.
Well, it seems to me the bunkers aren't viable to have any of these units in them unless they're max capacity, because of such the odd numbers. I mean, the 150 for the acolyte, 100 for the Spartan. I mean,
60 on the lib.
And 60 on the lib. You start weighing it. It's all right. Yeah, the acolyte does 73,000 damage. That's a really slow rate of fire. 11,000 damage for my Spartans with a 415 range. You know what I mean? So again, a decent rate of fire. But then you go back to it and you go, well, what do I got here?
Would it surprise you guys?
34,000 damage for the libs with an incredible rate of fire and huge range. So I don't know.
And then you got the 10 range, 50 range to your libs too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Would it surprise you guys that I made a spreadsheet? I have to get it all. I hope my friends have it on this.
That doesn't fucking surprise me.
No, there's no surprise, darling. Not that. Jeez.
I made a damage per shot column. Which combination between libs and acolytes and Spartans was the best? And then there was damage per second one, and I sat there for like 3-4 hours messing with it because I had all different, like, what was it? For all you statistics people out there. There we go. I had to do basically all the different combinations of libs and acolytes and Spartans that you could possibly do. I had to make sure I got them all, and there's probably like 50 or 60 different combinations that you could do.
Spartans with the AA tech did no damage to the Titan. Liberators killed it completely.
Yeah, I wish that the bunkers didn't affect your boosts.
Yeah, that would.
I think they should fix that.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion.
They should have released the support turrets before they released the faction.
I think they should. I think if you're going to put units in the bunkers, I think they should reduce the size of the unit that you're going to put in the bunker, just to put it in the bunker kind of thing. Not if you put it in a platoon, if you know what I mean.
I think the way they did the faction was wrong. They shouldn't have set it up the way that only if you have all this one faction unit, then you get the buff. It should have been that only this faction unit gets the buff. Doesn't matter if you have other units in there as well. Only these specific units will get the buff.
Yeah, so if I deploy my phalanx with my jug doesn't get the buff, but the phalanx do.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Or vice versa, if you're a sentinel faction, your sentinel units would get the buff and the rest of them wouldn't.
I was thinking you were about to say your jug will get the buff, but because he's unique, he's already got the same buff.
I'm not that retarded.
I was waiting.
I gotta run uptown. I'll be back in like 10 minutes.
All right.
There's a comment in YouTube.
I'll mute up.
Someone says, the old man says, good to hear the milkman back in WC. You guys should try to get some of the older personalities back into the game. Haha. So apparently the only one of us on the panel is called Milkman. Huh?
A lot of the older personalities that he's talking about don't even play.
Yes, they are much smarter than us, and they decided to leave the game, whereas we did not.
And stay out.
And stay, Phil's stupid for coming back.
I blame Dobber. It's all Dobber's fault.
You're welcome.
Everything's Dobber's fault.
This time it was my fault. We were in a hangout. I was showing him how fun War Commander was, and he was just like, "I need to get me some of this."
I did not say that. Don't put words.
He never said that, but that's like what he was thinking. By logging in, he's just like, "Oh, I'm missing all the fun."
Since day one, I've always maintained this, and it is now like law. if you got nothing, if you got no one to blame, or if you're ever in doubt, always blame Dubba.
Yep.
I would
You can blame Daba for the good things.
We blame Daba for
Everything.
everything. Good or bad, Daba, it's your fault.
always
Just
always.
Because I don't have a beard. It's because I don't have a beard anymore. You guys hate beardless people.
Don't be hating on the beard.
Yeah,
Because you always
exactly,
fall
exactly.
asleep and hang out.
You guys are hating on me now because I don't have a beard.
I blame the amazing receding hairline.
Don't worry,
then
Dom. Mine's receding
I
just
got-
as fast as yours.
I'm special. Most people only got a 4 head. I got a 5 head. I'm special.
Wait, you gotta say
Grind on my
it.
Weirdo.
I'm
Special
working on a
is
6 and
definitely
7
the right
head
word.
right now.
Special is definitely the right
It
word.
looks like.
Special is definitely the word.
War Commander maintenance update has been posted.
Oh, thank Christ! on
They're
a
gonna
bike.
push it. They're gonna push it back probably.
Finish your
Still
base
War Commander will
first.
be offline for approximately 90 minutes for an update on 9/6 starting at 6 p.m. Pacific. Click here for your time zone, Sam Salako.
That's
No
another-
notes.
Yeah, 24 minutes away.
Yeah.
Still.
Oh,
Yeah, but you still got about an hour after that till they actually make a post.
yeah.
Probably.
He usually, if he's not sat on the fucking train.
Oh, but yeah, he
we
usually makes it
posted
mid
before.
mid
It,
update.
it usually goes up within the first 10-15 minutes.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I should have been good with that.
Yeah,
you know
looked
what's
in the
funny?
updates archive. I didn't see anything in there.
Had some guy hit me yesterday while I was offline, and he got 1%, and
Yeah.
he lost his herald.
Yeah, I did. Oh, sorry.
And then he jumped out before I could get back in. As soon I was watching some YouTube videos, and then I'm like, I saw my notifications. It said like 8 minutes ago you got hit. I'm like, oh, log in, see he's already jumped, and I'm like, oh, I'm not in a bubble.
Tell me this, Fear. How do you get the notifications? Because I can't. Every time I click that option on the radio tower, it always logs me out.
Yeah, look, I have that same problem. It comes up, and then it like you can't get rid of it, and you have to refresh. I get it sporadically. Sometimes I'll get it, sometimes I won't. Most of the time I won't, but you know, sometimes I do.
But I used to be fit to, get emails, you'll be at work or somewhere like that there, and then you email there and that. But I haven't got it in a couple of years now.
I think it's kind of somewhat broken.
I start getting them only if my platoons get it, not my base.
Yes, I would actually agree with that because I had platoons around my base. I'll get a notification saying my platoon's been hit, and obviously if they've hit my platoon, they're hitting my base.
I only get one notification of any variety per day.
Yes, I agree.
That's the one bubble you get after hitting the tune.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Your base
used to get 3. You used to get 3 notifications per day.
Yeah,
max.
used to be.
And then that was before the radio tower got completely fucked up. And then now it's like partially fucked up, and it's like partially sending out notifications.
I've never got an email notification.
No,
It
we used to.
I don't get any notifications now, but I think that's because my base is on Kicksite only. It's not on Facebook.
I used to
I
get
was on
inbox
Kicksite
full of
and
them.
somebody was hitting my base, and I got a notification about 5 minutes after he started the attack on Kicksite. It said, "Oh, so and so's attacking your base," and then it was about 5 minutes after he got done that it was saying that I was getting hit. I was like, "Oh, that's nice."
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that from when I used to play on Kicksite. The notifications used to always be really late on Kicksite.
But it was very good whenever it worked. You know what I mean? There, I'd give you even if you were in your dinner and you go, "Oh, quick, I better go here." You know what I mean?
Yeah, it used to be really good when we used to get the actual emails because you would, like really notice it. The actual like Facebook notifications, I don't think it actually like gives you a proper notification. Like,
It used to, but now it doesn't.
Yeah,
it's good though. That's what you signed up for. That's one of the wee perks whenever you signed up your account there and paired your account off with Kicksite. That was one of the wee perks that you got.
It was.
One thing I like with running Kicksite is you can open the forum and all that, and then and then in an instant you can be right back in the game. You can kind of hide your game, go play in the forums, and then be right back. But the negative is.
Now, however, on the forum on Kickside.com, I get notifications all the time, but I'm not always on the forum. So, that's the problem.
I don't get any at all. Now, my Minnie, who actually is attached to the Facebook that I use, she gets notifications whenever she gets hit.
What I hate with Kickside is you send a message and it gives you a notification that you sent a message. I was like,
you get the notification saying that you sent yourself a message, and it's like, oh, you stupid fucking Kickside.
God damn you, Kickside.
You had one job.
And you can't like click on the message to get it to go away. You have to actually go out back into the list of all your messages, then go back into the message.
So this is what we're talking about. There's nothing to talk about, so we're talking about
There's
messaging.
nothing to talk
Exactly.
about.
That's exactly where we're at.
We're waiting on the maintenance.
Where are you?
Just living that dream.
Wolfie, if you keep sending me words with friends, I swear to God I'm going to murder you live on air.
That's it. I am finding that game.
Hey, is Wolfie open? I'll jump real quick.
No, I'm bubbled.
Yeah,
Phil
he's
made sure.
5 minutes away from my base.
I jump right to him and then just bubble him and then jump right back.
He's already in a bubble. I gave him one earlier.
Imagine that.
So if I'm not in a bubble, I'm online.
My poor Harold's so dead that I don't know if I could bubble a freaking buggy at this point.
I'm still hearing from last night.
The thing that annoys me about the whole...
I was opening up a 80. For someone, my Herald was like micro healed, and I had just killed the last hunter thing, and the hunter missile, and it looked like a millimeter of health. Like if an ERM was able to hit it and just hit it with one bullet, it would have died. And I was sending a hangout, and I was like, I might unwillingly be testing this new tech that we got last event.
Unwillingly.
The minigun.
You know what? I don't even know if I ever put that tech on. I have it, but I don't know that I ever put it on.
The suicide one.
Yeah, my thing almost died.
Upgrading it.
Oh, I have it level 1, but yeah, I don't plan on upgrading it.
I think mine's level 2.
I will be sacrificing my Herald for science sometime when I don't need it to test that thing. I want to test it against.
Work?
Mine's so close we could almost test it now.
I want to drop it on. I want to drop it on Hades, and I want to drop it on like a level 10 CC or 11 CC, and then a level 12 CC.
I want to test that splash damage radius too for the Herald also.
I'm working on that as well. I had a Kiwi friend that we were supposed to get together, and I'm still working on that. So maybe if we do a rave Friday or Saturday, I should have it by then. But I did actually test
out to you live on the show, Robert. You will be running Friday's route because I will be out getting drunk.
I'm gonna pull up the splash test that I did on the Unshackled page, and yeah. Basically, what we did was we put 20 walls in the corner, going each way, and then we put 20 walls like straight down.
Okay, Dr. Phil, is that you starting that?
Uh-huh.
And I don't know you're going to have enough time. Can you do it?
I can do it in 2 goes. Takes me 10 minutes.
Okay, because you got 16 till downtime, and they'll stop the attack probably 5 to 8 minutes before. I just didn't want you to get stuck.
He won't have time.
I don't want to see this.
It's a challenge. Challenge is out. Go, Phil. Go, go, go.
YOLO,
go,
Doc.
go.
YOLO.
Yeah.
Place your bets. Place your bets.
Place your bets. I reckon he won't finish.
Oh shit! No, I'm fucked.
No.
I reckon I get through half the base.
Right, I got fucked at the start. Fuck that. I'll do it later.
10 seconds in.
Pressure got to him. Pressure got
Oh, damn.
I don't like pressure. Go away.
Oh, that's
terrible.
terrible.
I do the 100s. I mean, it's one less token, but I mean, it's a lot easier, and I don't want to be wasting my four.
I haven't taken the time to take a look at the 100 base.
They're not too hard. There are a few videos out there, and if you do them right, you drop like 2 PKs.
The first person that says either Herald or Jug, I don't care who you are, I'm coming to your base to flatten you.
You do need a Jug.
There was someone on YouTube telling you to herald that other base way back when.
Then we will find out who that particular player is and then go flatten him.
I'm working on it.
I think it was Shadow. I think Shadow jumped in on a different account and said Phil has a you need to use the Jug. Go hit Shadow's base.
I don't think PKs would land. I'm screen sharing the 100 now. I don't know if they would land.
They do. You're not screen sharing. Oh, yeah. Well. You fire one on the right side and on the left side. They will land.
Right.
One of the missiles will die. Yeah, you won't kill. You won't really kill anything. All you're really doing it for is to get rid of the bunker.
Bunker and the plasma. Yeah.
No, the plasma won't die. It's too high level.
It won't die. It's got the armor.
Because there's the plasma at the back as well. Just on the second. Yeah. You won't kill any of them. The main focus of the PK is just to kill the bunker. You do the same thing on the other side. And then you slowly bring in I was using, what was I using? A purifier.
Oh, okay.
No, you can't use Furies.
Purifier and Vindicator.
Oh, that's right. They're faction bases.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
You move up the purifier up a bit, like in the middle of the base. And then you'll have the phalanxes, that phalanx on the side and the back, not the ones on the front, the ones in the back. You'll have those two come at you. So you have your Vindicators, keep them far back behind your Purifier. That way, because sometimes I've had this happen. The phalanx will, for some stupid reason, come real close and start attacking them. Other times, as soon as the Spartans spawn, the first shot goes over to the Vindicators, and it will hurt. So that's a bit annoying. So I try to keep them out of range until they stop moving at the Purifier. Then I'll move the Vindicators in to kill them. And then you do some stuff with the Bone Saws to kill that front side where the Tesla is. And then you just do Vindicators and the Purifiers to kill the sides with the Jug. And then the Jug will take out the whole front.
With missiles to death. I would Maverick this thing into oblivion.
Why don't you just use that?
Maverick sucks. Yeah. Mavericks suck against the space. All the and so do PKs, because the platforms themselves are really high level. Like you could that middle section, you could probably drop maybe 5 PKs before you manage to kill it.
Oh, that just sucks.
That's fine. I don't care. If it takes me 50 PKs to do a base, I'll do it.
Yes, Doc. Yes.
Hey, Doc, there's a request on YouTube from McLovin. He says to use your Omega Herald.
Request denied.
Does Phil even have an Omega Herald?
No.
Oh.
Phil doesn't even have an Elite Herald.
He's lucky he has a Herald.
And that's why you're saying it's fucking slow, because the normal Herald is fucking slow. But when you get the Omega Herald, it goes pretty fast.
But Phil has an Omega request and it's denied.
See,
Request has been denied.
Everyone on this panel, as well as in YouTube, knows I'm a very stubborn man, and Lonnie got me to coin my Herald. So that's how good the Elite one was, because he just showed me the splash on it, and I was just like, all right, I need that.
Elite Herald.
Don't waste your coin.
Yeah, I know. That's a fuck. I mean, it's going to be there for 46 more minutes, but I'm gonna share it anyway while it's there. That is the biggest load of ball I have ever seen in my life. If I wanted to spend 300 fucking gold on Elite Herald parts, I would rather spend that 300 gold and upgrade my levels on my Jug or my Herald, rather than buying that bullshit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Omega Jug parts that they offered not too long ago were a fuck ton cheaper than that.
I thought so,
prior to the start of the Herald upgrades, you could upgrade your Herald 6 levels with 300 gold.
Yeah.
Yep.
I could upgrade my Jug 6 levels for 300 gold.
I put up on 0.
Are they?
Someone in YouTube chat just said they are, yeah.
What is?
update notes.
I'm checking
Are
now.
they out? Let's have a look. If you're bullshitting me,
Bullshit.
We will put a bounty on your head of exactly 0. Yes, they are.
It's
Yeah.
new.
we got
It's a new
2,
account I've
we
never
got
seen before.
3, we got 4.
Yep,
Nice.
they are.
Oh my god. There's a lot of cool things, it seems.
We will start straight off the bat with the update notes then.
I like this update. I just want to say that before we
Shut
start.
up. Let me read the notes.
Here, you're always in trouble. You and
Can't help.
Daba, always in trouble.
It's just my personality.
Is that it?
No, it's because you're a cunt. That's why. Okay, the following changes and fixes have been applied on Wednesday, September the 6th. And update to the Alliance raid, we'll go over that. Update to the gear store, we'll go over that. September content roadmap. You're a week late, Soloco. You're a week late. I'm just throwing that out there. Update to the Shadow Ops boss base that we still haven't fucking seen. Shut up.
Sorry, I'm just.
Corpus faction units cannot be deployed into this boss base. All the units can be deployed in the boss base. Minimized downtime and increased game performance. Corpus units have been temporarily disabled for the boss base. A fix for this is currently being worked on and would be deployed after the September event. The first spawn date is 9th of the 9th and will spawn on 2 Saturdays, 9/9 and 9/23. Awards 1 boss arms cash, awards 8,000 Shadow Ops points, blah, 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 blah. And the elite blackout parts drop from the base and the following in the order of 3, 2, 1, 1, etc. VK50 and 65s have been updated to keep with the current power difficulty curve.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Improvement unit rebalance to the war rig, legendary mega tank, legendary laser tank, legendary Hellfire. Improvement to the dozer.
Yes.
Big one.
Rocket silo and turret equips have their own separate upgrade queue and will no longer be part of the building upgrade queue. I have been waiting for this for 2 years.
Yes,
Praise be the Lord.
that is good. Brilliant.
And improvement armory. All units can be moved in and out of the armory free of resources.
About time for that one, even though I haven't even got the armory started.
Gold.
Faction alignment fixed. Gold, which switch factions now correctly deducts 100 gold and not 260.
I think that was fixed last week.
That was fixed last week. And the
So what do you think? I should upgrade a bunker now, or should I wait until after the update starts so it doesn't mess up?
Wait till after the update.
After the update.
I do it now. I do it now.
Do it now because you get
That's
20
an hour.
matches.
It's an hour. It's a 3-day upgrade.
So we'll go smack bang into
Oh,
the
sweet.
content roadmap. September gear store update we'll go over in a minute. The gear store has been revamped. Blah, 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 blah. Warpath PvP event. Heroic training tokens and a unique trophy.
Oh shit! Heroic training tokens.
Oh, wow.
My interest is they have my attention.
They also have mine.
Don't know about them.
If they're gonna do a PvP,
Trophy
if
though.
they're gonna do a PvP event, they gotta stop the self-bubbling.
No kidding.
Better actually.
Unique VTOL unit. Phase 7 will start on September 22nd. That's fine for 9, 10, 23, 24, 1, 8, 15. The support turrets are in. They're not coming out until after the event. That's already done. That's already been stated in the forum several times today already. One new faction generation 2 unit, which is the Chaplain. 2 new drone units. The Hornet and the Yellow Jacket.
Heralds?
I do not know.
Like it.
1 new war rig component, which it doesn't say what it is. And of course, all the faction missions are in there. Acolyte, Ardra, Herald, Jug, Purifier, Vindicator, Chaplain.
Well, drone units, not schematic drones. So they're actual units. So more than likely, they're just going to be for the silos or independent air units.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous.
We needed an upgrade to the silo flipping units, to be fair.
Yeah, really do. And I'm going to call out Kickside for not being original. You stole the Hornet from Battle Pirates and you stole the Yellow Jacket from Vega. Be original with the shit you can come up with.
I'm thinking that since the Blackout puts out drones, they might be putting out these Hornet and Yellow Jackets, and these Hornet and Yellow Jackets might be kind of like our Owls, where they're stealth until you drop a bomb or something.
Gear store update, Sentinels, that's bullshit, don't need to look at that. Heroic tech items for September. Tight spaced armor, heroic component for Adra. Receives reduced damage from mines by 60% and damage from vehicles by 40%. Hydrogen core inductor. Adra receives reduced shot charge time by 20%. Increased damage dealt by 10% and adds busted status to all attacks.
Have we not already got this already previously?
Nope.
Yeah, this was mainly
right. I thought we had
that. Like the purified tech mixed into one for Ardra, really.
What it's doing is it's combining. It's doing like Orin, and it's combining the two that we already have.
Kyle.
And some.
Yep.
And some. Heroic training receives reduced damage from all sources by 20%, increased acceleration by 10%, movement speed by 10%, and adds 25 range. P-15 shrapnel for Roland. Increases Roland's damage to infantry by 50% and adds insane fire effect in attacks.
Gee, funny they released a tech that has an incredible fire effect just before the October event, huh?
Mm-hmm. A lot of fire.
Yeah, imagine that.
A lot of Bernie things coming this way.
To be fair, I mean, it did have the pyro shells before, which did the same thing.
But it still sucked.
It was
grounded light armor. Roland receives reduced damage from all sources by 10%, increased move speed by 20%, and grants immunity to scramble and shock. Heroic training increases Roland's turn speed by 100%, movement speed by 20%, reload speed by 40%, reduced damage from burst sources by 50%. September exclusive items are Seeker and Seeker Tech, Valiant and Valiant Tech, Hellhound Tech. There it is. HH2 targeting is in the gear store.
The rare one as well.
The old version. It is going into the gear store.
It's the rare.
Go to.
We will not be spending any metal.
What should be 800,000
First one you have to buy.
It'll usually be about 60. The HH2 targeting is a must-have.
The only unit I need, the only time I need it, and I've got the medals already.
That's my boy. That's my boy. Jackal Tech for choke barrels and corrosive coating. Nimbus Tech combustion cores, engine coolant, hardened plating. Roland is last chance. Oren, these are last chance items from the gear store for this month. Roland, Oren, and Adra. The hydrid bombs for Oren, the hardened armor, heroic training, and the items that are being removed this month are all of the Corpus faction stuff, the Commando Tech and the Howler Tech and the Hailstorm Tech.
So basically, if you ain't got Ardra, or up and get it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And one that's worth it.
Ardra and Roland is good.
I love my Ardra. Roland I could care less about, but I love my Ardra.
Okay, this one's a bit of a long one. This is the unit rebalance for War Rig and Legendary units. War Rig at level 20. I am assuming this comes directly from Wrong Thinker, but Solokos posted it, which kind of diminishes it a little bit.
What?
Yeah.
Damage partial increase from 6.2k to 91.6k. Fucking hell.
Damn.
Yo, so every single one of these units are now useless. Completely.
I haven't read them, so
I'm reading the stat boost, and holy
shit. It's going to be a walking through basis.
Dude, it's health.
Why did I scrap my war rig?
I didn't scrap
Look at
mine,
its
but mine's in the
fucking
armory,
health.
but it might have to come out and get upgraded.
I didn't even bother getting it.
Why?
I got
Why
it.
would this unit's so bad? Why would they reduce the range from 450 to 300?
Because they want you to use it in a specific way.
It's a lawnmower. They want you to get it in close. That's why they gave it such a significant health increase.
Well, if you'll allow me to read what is said, I will.
Sorry, go Phil. Go Phil. Go Phil.
The war rig was always intended to be a lawnmower, except the lawn was your enemy's base. However, while it worked okay as a lawnmower, the fact that it couldn't avoid damage wasn't really compensated for it in its durability. In addition, the unit's giant machine cannon was all but worthless, leaving it utterly helpless against anything that could outmaneuver it. The changes to the unit reinforce its role as the lawnmower, but it now can mop up much more effectively after its initial passes. The durability has been more than doubled, and its cannon's effectiveness has been increased by an order of magnitude. What order of magnitude it says, it doesn't. Its movement speed has gone down at lower levels, eventually up to 5.0, to help it better maneuver through more complex maps, to help it be steered more precisely, though its range has been shortened to accumulate its role. Make no mistake, the war rig is now a force to be feared with on the battlefield. Range decreased from 450 to 300. Reload time increased from 0.5 to 0.75 seconds. Damage per shot increased from 6.2k to 91.6.
That needed
Health
that.
increased from 2.75 million to 5.9 million health, and movement speed decreased from 6 to 4. Legendary Mega Tank. Now this one is a bit of a fuck, to be honest. Legendary units needed a massive boost. With updates to legendary units, we wanted to further clarify their strength and interplay for the legendary Mega Tank. This means reinforcing its role as a frontline attacker. In addition to significant increases to damage and health, the legendary Mega Tank has received a higher priority status. Similar to the Hammer and Purifier, the range reduction on the unit allows the unit to comfortably out in front of other legendary units, even when Ruby is enabled, to ensure it can best serve as a distraction from other units like legendary Hellfire and legendary Laser Tank. Range has been decreased from 500 to 400. Clip size remains at 1 at all levels instead of increasing to level 10. Reload time has been increased from 1.375 seconds to 2.0 seconds. Damage per shot has been increased from 50k to 560k.
Woo!
Health has been increased from 2.5 million to 6.758 million. Max speed has been increased from 1.5 to 1.6. Acceleration has been decreased from 0.1 frame to 0.025 per frame. Brakes have been increased from 0.1 to 0.05. Naturally reduces sustained damage by 50%. Fire rate, time between shots increased from 0.25 to 0.5 seconds. This only matters when the clip size has been increased above 1, doable with a component. Tech to map travel speed has been increased by 35%. Tech is even more important for the legendary units than for faction units. The legendary Mega Tank, for example, can hold up to 6 pieces of tech simultaneously. The tech has been rebalanced to stay strong, but not totally destroy all semblance of balance across PvP. Legendary active targeting, damage to ground units decreased from 60% to 50%. Legendary hardened armor, minus 30% damage from ground effect removed, minus 30% damage from burst effect added. Shock immunity retained. Legendary supercharged heavy engine, movement speed bonus has been increased from 20 to 25%. Acceleration bonus is increased from 60% to 100%. Warhead launcher, 80% reload time removed. Giant explosion effect removed. Burst fire effect removed. Increased clip size, bonus reduced from 3 to 1. Damage reduced bonus from 35 to 25% on the warhead launcher. Apocalypse shells, damage bonus reduced from 50% to 25%. Corrosion effect retained. And the legendary Minesweeper treads, damage reduction from mines decreased from 98% to 90%. That's a lot.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Wow.
But now that fucking Mega Tank at max level has more health than the fucking war rig.
It's going to need it though.
I'm liking the damage for the Hellfire though.
But
I haven't.
So, there's a small question there.
Mhm.
Are these still going to be exclusively PvP?
They will still be PvP.
That's why the legendary.
Okay.
They will not be faction associated.
No.
So you lose all buff then if you use that in an attack with other units.
That is correct.
Yeah.
They should give a buff just to legendary units. You know, if you use legendary with legendary, you have a buff between them.
That's an idea. That, since you can only use them in PvP plats, maybe they should consider a buff for just those units used in PvP.
It might. In fact, that's not a bad idea.
No, not at all.
That's a good idea, actually. Because we're all sort of working towards our own faction, you know, the Corpus or Sentinels or Survivors.
The legendary is like another faction for PvP.
Take a step backwards by using other PvP units because you're not.
I would consider the faction. No, take legendary units out of the faction equation.
Yeah.
But if you had all legendary units or using all legendary units, I don't know, maybe take a 20% damage buff or something like that.
Yeah.
Just something small and innumerable in comparison to general PvP, because there's a lot of heavy shit out there.
Yeah, it's just good work from Kixeye and all that there, you know, a massive update, and, you know, and fair play to them there, but I just can't see the advantage.
We've only gone over 2 units.
You can get ready for
the Hellfire.
We'll go look. The Hellfire's next on the list.
Oh,
and the
okay,
legendary
good, 'cause I got something to say
Hellfire
about that.
was always intended as ultra long range artillery. Though its missiles can be shot down, now the legendary mega tank can be used more effectively as a distraction, allowing Hellfire missiles to get within range and deal massive damage. To reward those strategically get Hellfire missiles to hit, its damage has received an increase to roughly 1,500% of its original value, and its smash can hit airborne targets. Range has been decreased from 700 to 650.
That should be allowed.
Damage has been increased from 65k to 998k.
Good luck getting one of them to land.
Wow.
Health has been increased from 0.24 to 1.2 million health. Movement speed has been increased from 0.9 to 1.2. Missile durability has been increased from 50k to 500k. Missiles now splash air targets for 50% of their base damage. Sector map travel speed has been increased by roughly 35%. Tech is even more important for the legendary units. He's done that again. And the tech has been rebalanced. I'm not done. Let me finish. Legendary active targeting, damage to ground decreased from 60% to 50%. The medium heavy engine reduced from 30% to 25%. Infernal missile damage bonus of 5% removed. Fire effects retained. Increase of missile durability of 100% retained. Steel plated roof, reduced damage taken from 50% by air retained. Upgraded treads, acceleration bonus increased from 60% to 100%. Now you can go.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember when we were joking a couple months ago what it would be like to get hit by 7 juggernauts?
That's about to happen.
That's what it's going to be like.
1 million damage per missile? What the?
Hold on.
Yeah, but don't forget, right? You're going to have to get it to land, and it's still not going to hit air.
Yeah, but guess what? If people with the Corpus faction take the Liberators out of their bunkers, what do they have in their base that's going to shoot at the missiles?
Exactly.
Apart
Apart from plasma.
The health of the missile is now 500k. And if you use the Inferno missile on there, that's 100% missile durability. That's 1 million health per missile.
Yeah.
Remember the April Fool's base with the Hellfires that shot the Juggernaut bombs? I think that was a foreshadowing this.
Jesus Christ.
If you get
I'm
thinking about it.
These are well worth getting.
Yes, well,
I know
let's put it in
exactly what I'm
perspective.
getting next event.
Let's put it into perspective. A Peacekeeper, max level Peacekeeper, has 5 missiles at 200,000 health each. Okay, one bunker with libs can shoot all the Peacekeeper missiles down. So one bunker would have no problem shooting one of these rinky-dink idiot units that they totally muffed up on the rebalance. The rebalancing of this unit is absolutely ridiculous. It's got to be the worst thing I've ever seen.
It's going to be a test, isn't it?
The only thing that this unit needed was its space reduced so more could be put in, and possibly the range dropped from 7 to 650. So you'll be able to actually use this like a Hellfire of old, and use other missiles to distract. So you could launch a Peacekeeper to distract the bunker units while using your platoon with possibly some slight increases to the health of the missiles and something like that, or the health of the unit, or things of that nature. But to give it 1 million damage and to keep the same amount that you're able to put in a platoon, you'll never get one of these to land. It's like a Peacekeeper that stays on the map in the attack constantly.
Oh yeah, it's going to lag out the game big time.
What do we do with the Hellfire missiles in the old school days? You fire them, keep the bunker busy, and then hit the bunker with something else.
Yep.
Yeah, but I mean, this might work for an offline base. But is everybody gonna go out and build legendary Hellfires and go out and get the tech to hit offline bases?
No,
probably not, because you can do the same thing with the Jug and 150 elite riflemen out in front of it to the same exact base.
I'm gonna use the laser tanks.
You know?
Well, see, now I can have 3 tunes, 3 full plats of these Hellfires along with my Jug tune. Instead of just pointing my Jug tune back, I can just use these Hellfires till they die, and then I still got my Jug.
I mean, if anything, the missiles are with such the increased health to the missile now. So the missile durability increased to 500k. So that's just one. So that's half of the hit points of a Peacekeeper.
Yeah, but then you use the Infernal missile. Each missile now has a million health.
Yeah, or any other air unit. So you're just pretty much using this as a cheap version of a PK, pretty much, just to keep the bunker occupied, so you can hit and quit. You know, scoot in, scoot out, scoot in, scoot out, constantly, and then just step this forward, target something else, distract the bunkers, distract the hunters, get in with some furies, get out, or whatever else you're going to use. I mean, I don't know. Then again, it's so slow. So if somebody pulls a not the Howler, what's the other fancy
Phalanx,
a Phalanx, or a Jericho, or pulls a Jericho out there. This unit's boned. It's boned.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's PvE bases and offline bases only right there. It should be underlined right there.
And everyone's got their buildings and stuff pulled away from their bunkers. So since they reduced the range, it's even going to be, you have to get that much closer to the bunker. And so, yeah, it's really going to be ineffective because people have spread out bases. And even if they have walls around their bunker, you're still going to need a tanking unit to get in front of this thing.
That's what the
1 or 2 legendary mega tanks. Prop them in front of the Hellfires, just like we did 4 years ago.
And it's got 800, and you also have to remember, too, it's still 800 space in the platoon. So, like,
something I want to know is, these are PvP units, right? Why we should be able to use these in our base, because our base is PvP only. But then
it's not said that we can, though.
Yeah. Your base isn't PvP only, though.
Well,
when you initiate a test, that's not PvP. When you initiate a defense wave, that's not PvP. So your base
I'm feeling his logic.
Yeah. Yeah, I might have to start working on mine now. Maybe.
We call this game Logic and Friends.
But Data, I do 100% agree with you on the fact that the space for the legendary units, the unit capacity needs to be reduced, because 800 for one unit is absurd.
Yeah, for the cross your fingers, cross your toes chance of landing one of them and doing substantial damage, doing 1 million damage in one shot. I mean, come on.
We've not walked to laser tanks yet, though.
What's the max platoon space anyway?
3,000.
3,000. So there's almost a third of your platoon space taken up with one unit, in the hopes that it might land. So it's a PvE, it's an event, it's an offline base unit, and you're lucky if and it's a one-dimensional attack, because you have to have it in conjunction with something else that gets targeted by a bunker or a hunter. So you're either you can use it to distract a hunter to maybe get your herald in close. But then once you get in past that missile range, you're going to be targeted anyway. So there's so many. I mean, it does open some things up, but I think probably a scale back on some of the buffs and a reduction in toon size would have been more beneficial to its use and desire for people to acquire it. Because from the looks, I'm not gonna. I wouldn't even try to get it because
Kixeye pulled this out without giving us the ability to go in and test it.
Yeah, we didn't get a preview server on this.
We should have had a preview server on it, so we could have gone in, and even if it was a small preview server with a select group of people like they've done before. I mean, there are half a dozen people that I could recommend to Kixeye other than myself, which I wouldn't do, because then it goes around a few things. But there are several people that I could instantly recommend to Kixeye to go and test this unit, or test the rebalance, and make sure everything was fine and make any necessary changes. The reduction in platoon size is definitely one that is seriously overlooked.
Yeah. I said there's animals put it out. He says with a shrinkage of 6 to 600, you would be able to get 5 in a platoon. Just kind of like how we had it old school. You were able to put, I think it was 7 per platoon for the elite Hellfires before, back in the day. So now you get it down to 5. You use that in conjunction with your air and some missiles, and it becomes a viable strategy again. You know, especially with the vast array of air that we have now, and the ability you guys are going to have to add what's that an extra air platoon for the new CC guys.
Yeah.
So I mean, you know, you're talking 2 helipads plus your main air plus your missiles plus these things. I mean, come on. Now you're talking something serious right there.
The thing is, if you've got 5 of these things deployed at 600, you're already at 3,000 caps, and then you're just fighting with them things.
Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying, though. But then it becomes a viable strategy, like it was back in the day with the Hellfires. You bring your Hellstorms in, you use them, and then you use the Hellfire missiles. You just overwhelm the bunker, and then you throw a PK mixed in there with it, and another air unit in there. So
even some shit that people have forgotten about, the fucking Atlas missile.
Yeah. Oh hell yeah.
Oh yeah, 2 days.
It's just there to tag.
2 days to build it.
But it takes 2 days to build one.
It does take 2 days to build one.
110 seconds to lose it.
Everything takes 2 days.
For 2 days to build it, it should be like totally indestructible, but everything should target it. And then
So you I think you've been on the wrong cheat engine there, Robert.
No, I'm saying that would make it
totally indestructible, but everything can target it.
It should be totally indestructible, but everything must target it, no matter what range it has. Everything else, and you're not getting shot from anything else.
No, it would target. It would target if it was a PK or something like that.
That is the idea that somebody had a while ago about the tactical nuclear missile being able to just deploy in a base. You spend 100 gold on it, and you can wipe out anybody's base.
Oh God.
Anyway, let's let Phil continue.
Okay, so we've moved on from the Hellfire to the legendary laser tank. The legendary laser tank trades the safety of the Hellfire for reliability. The unit focuses down upon all unlucky enough to fall under its devastating gaze. While using the legendary mega tank for cover, the legendary laser tank deals staggering amounts of damage. The range has been reduced from 575 to 500. Damage has been increased from 100k per second to 600k per second. Naturally deals 2 times damage against infantry. Charge up time reduced from 2 seconds to 1 second. Charge held time reduced from 2 seconds to 1 second. Health has been increased from 0.39 million health to 1.6 million health. Movement speed has been increased from 0.9 to 1.4. Brakes have been increased from 0.05 per frame to 0.1 per frame. Turning speed has been reduced by 40%. Sector map travel speed has been roughly increased by 35%. And of course, the tech, the focusing lens plus 25 range retained, plus damage of 5% removed. Target air effect added. Note, the functionality is still being worked on and will be applied in an upcoming weekly update.
A laser tank targeting air, huh?
The laser tank targeting, being able to target.
We already have one of those. It's called Cyclops.
Yeah, it is.
The legendary lithium battery.
I don't know.
Charge time reduced from 30% to 25%, plus 15 to splash radius effect added. Legendary medium hardened armor, minus 30% damage from ground units effect removed, minus 20% damage from all effect added, immunity to shock added, immunity to scramble added. Legendary supercharged tank engine, movement speed bonus increased from 20 to 25%, acceleration bonus reduced from 60 to 50, and a legendary minesweeper treads, damage reduction from mines decreased from 98% to 90% on the legendary laser tank.
I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
Kickstarter's trying to get this game back to strategy, and I appreciate that. But does anybody so we got the Hellfire, we got the laser, we got the mega tank, and how much space is the laser and the mega tank?
I don't know. I think
I think they're 300 a unit.
Give me my legendary hovers.
All right. So, so check this out. Let's say I have two of the Hellfire things. That's 1,600. That's half my platoon, just with two of them. Then I got a mega tank. So that's
800 space. 800 space for the legendary mega.
Oh, 800 for that as well. So that's another 2,400. Then I got another laser, and I can't fit another I can't fit a laser to guard that. That's two Hellfires. That's two Hellfires and a mega tank, and that's your tune. Or two Hellfires and a laser tank, or one Hellfire or a mega tank and a laser. That's not enough to damage a base. Now you could do those 3 units and then put
half decent distraction for your air, though.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm thinking maybe 2 Hellfire tanks and then my air, but yeah, I'm not like the mega tank and the laser. They seem like more like battering rams because they're reducing the range on them. They're giving them more health, but they're reducing the range. So they want you to use them as a battering ram.
It seems like putting up the level by 10.
Now, if the laser destroys Howlers or Phalanx or something, then I might be happy
legendary
with them.
laser. Yeah.
That's another thing. You can't test it. You can't really test it in the go-go bar. You have to use your Howlers or something.
That's 19 hours as well.
Which one is that on? Is that the Hellfire? Yeah, it's 800 space too.
Yeah, legendary laser tank with the focusing lens and the lithium battery are only viable for platoon fighting. That's it. 25 additional range, get it to 5.25. You get the reduced charge time, and you get the 15% splash radius with the damage increased all the way up to 600k per second, and it does 2 times more damage to infantry. Platoon sniping only. That with libs, and then hey, throw it in there with the tech on it to target air. GG.
Yeah, because back when they had the preview server for these many like 6-8 months ago or whatever, I tested them against a a Max car platoon that somebody had in the preview, and it destroyed that. And then I sent it against a Balder because I was like, all right, well, it destroyed the infantry, and it got wrecked by Balder. And then I sent another one against just a regular Punisher, and it got destroyed by Punisher. They had 575 range, and it was interesting because with Kara, just as she was about to fire, it shot her dead. So it targets at 570. Well, the old one targeted at 575 range, and then at about 550 it would actually shoot because that 25 range it would charge. That's
now,
nice
these
that they
units go to 20, or do they stay at 10?
10.
These
are 10.
Guys only go to 10.
Something else I'd like to see is how much thorium/res is one of these techs. It's a crazy amount of Thor and a crazy amount of res.
Stupid amount. I was around in the preview server with Pascal and his other half in that particular preview server for those units, and it was ridiculous. I think it goes
apparently you do go to 20 with tokens from gold raid bases.
No. Oh wait.
Well,
unless that's something new.
That's the next bit. And that's a nice segue, Data. Thank you very much. And straight into the Alliance raids of the Highway Zealots. For the first time ever, invade the Highway Zealots' home sector in the brand new raid. Once the raid has started, you and 2 friends have 1 hour to do serious damage, loot supplies and diamond tech, potentially legendary training tokens. Every completed raid earns 1 piece of diamond tech for a random participant. Diamond tech goes into the relic slot on your faction units, and unlike other faction tech, is unlimited. This month, earn diamond tech for Liberators, Furies, and Purifiers. New tech enters the raid after each monthly operation is over. Also earn legendary training tokens for those newly buffed legendary units, and supplies to spend on newly rebalanced war efforts. Instead of a tiny bonus for a long time or a gigantic bonuses for no time, war efforts now last for 6 hours across the board and always provide potent benefits. The new raid replaces old raiding content, new war efforts, new intel, raid bases, new rewards. Defeat intel bases on Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, except during the event, to gather intel for your alliance. Intel bases award 100 intel, not 50 anymore.
Yes, that's good.
Leaders and officers can spend intel to initiate a raid against the Highway Zealot sector. Up to 3 alliance members can participate in every raid, down from 20 alliance members. Beating raid bases grants raid progress, legendary training tokens, and supplies. Maximum capacity for supplies has been increased to 10,000.
Yes, that's good.
Completing the raid grants bonus supplies and diamond tech. The faster you beat the raid, the greater the bonus supplies. Use supplies to activate war efforts, temporary buffs that benefit every alliance member higher than a recruit. Crush your enemies. Road to Ruin. So you can finally take the fight to Feng and his Highway Zealots. Be cautious, Feng has this sector heavily tolled and fortified. You'll only have a limited time, so make sure you coordinate strategically so he can deliver a major blow to Feng and the Highway Zealots. Raid requirements: 500 intel to initiate Road to Ruin raid. Up to 3 alliance members can join the raid. Raiding platoons, of course. Raid restrictions: only platoons formed in the raiding platoon's platoon manager can be deployed into raid bases. Standard air platoons can still be deployed into raid bases. Missiles and mercenaries cannot be used in raid bases. You have 1 hour to destroy 9 Highway Zealot bases. The faster your completion time, the greater the rewards. Have the alliance leader or officer start the raid. That's the same shit as I've already started before. There are 2 base types, silver and gold. Silver base awards 50 supplies. Gold base awards 250 supplies and 2 legendary tokens. Oh boy, rewards. Diamond Tech. Diamond Tech is the latest state-of-the-art strategic... Wait, no, I fucking read that wrong completely. Diamond Tech is the latest state-of-the-art technology being researched. Diamond Tech has 4 levels and an unlimited quantity, out requiring additional unlocks to equip units. Slot X Tech. Description: increases damage dealt by 10% and reduces damage from all sources by 10%. The units can equip the Diamond Tech: Liberator, Fury, Purifier, Hammer, Hades, and Vindicator. The legendary training tokens, I think that'll be the last piece, for of course from 11 all the way to 20 for the laser tank, mega tank, and Hellfire. And the new war efforts: Destroyer, unit damage boost, increases unit damage by 25% for all alliance members while active. 6-hour buff, 1,000 supplies. Guardian, defense, increases defensive building damage by 25% while members are active. Again, 1,000 supplies and 6-hour buff. Resource gain boost, increases resource income, metal and oil by 50% for the 6-hour buff.
So they're gonna have to be activating these every
fucking
6
stupid
hours.
is what it is.
Yeah.
I like these new buffs, but I don't like that they're only 6 hours because now you gotta have people on the clock 24/7 if you want to keep them active, and you gotta keep paying. So it's costing you 3,000 supplies a day. 9,000 supplies a day if you want to run all 3.
It's actually 27,000 supplies a day.
Yeah, because you got 3. You got 3 of them, and you got 4.
You got 3 buffs and 4 goes.
Yep.
One person at random out of the 3 doing it gets the tech. You can't use missiles. You can only have 3 people doing it at one time. What's the fucking point of having alliance tags with more than 3 damn people in it.
In
Here, check it out. If you can, all you need to do is get one of these diamond tech. So, you know, I get 3, then I never participate in a raid again, and another person gets 3, and then they never participate again.
You only need 1.
Well, no, I mean one for each. One for each unit, don't you?
No, it doesn't
Oh,
say.
so if you only need 1, then that's even better.
So if it's, I would assume they're not going to go it that way.
I figured with Kixeye it would be like a Liberator, Diamond Tech, because they're known for that. But if not, if it's just 1, then yeah, it's definitely, because then you got a month to get everybody with their Diamond Tech. So I think that's pretty doable. The problem is, like, let's say I prep the base. Can I leave and then can a lower level jump in and then steal it? Like, take it?
It should go to all 3 people participating. All 3 should get it, and then the next time you do it, you get 3 different people. They all get it, and then the next time 3 different people, so on and so forth. None of this stupid RNG crap that everybody in the War Commander community hates. And if anyone says they like the RNG system, you're a damn filthy liar.
I absolutely love it. Get out.
Absolutely.
Get out.
Love
Yep.
it. Get out.
Kick him out.
All right. We're just gonna have to become 1 panel member less. Just give us a moment. Stand by.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that I. And like William just said, they're not slowing down. It's almost like they're speeding some things up again. It's like, why change this now?
As Phil just read, so the 3 people doing the tech, let's say me, Phil, and Lady are doing one, and we complete it, and I get the slot X tech. That tech is good for Liberators, Furies, Purifiers, Hammers, Hades, and Vindicators. I don't need 6, 1 for each unit. I only need 1, and it's good for all those units as many times as I have. So if I have 200 Liberators, 10 Furies, blah, 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 that 1 piece is good for all of them.
And here's something else.
Wow.
There's a debate going on in the YouTube chat, and I want to cut that crap out now before it gets carried away. 1 Diamond Tech is good for all the units that are listed. Liberators, Furies, Purifiers, Hammers, Hades, and Vindicators. So next month or in 2 months or whenever they release the next one, they'll pick 6 different units that the tech is good for.
So basically, all you have to do is every Thursday have 3 different people do it, and pretty much like I don't know. I'm sorry, I don't remember who said it. Once I get that tech, I don't participate again. Maybe I'll go help open one, but I don't actually finish it.
Well, that's the thing,
because I have what I need.
Let's say you smash it, and then like, can you leave and then let somebody else in? And I don't know if that, because if it doesn't allow you to do that, then you got to have a high level and then 2 lower levels, and then pray that the lower levels get it. And something else I want to mention is, let's say Lonnie and 2 level 30s are doing this thing. Lonnie, he can probably just destroy it within a few minutes, maybe. So he'll destroy it, and he'll get the gold tech like day 1 as soon as it comes out. So then he's got it. Now he drags 2 level 30s in and says, "All right, I'm gonna get this for you." Is he still part of that RNG? That it might give it to him again.
That's another thing. Since the tech is unlimited, you shouldn't be able to get it more than once.
Right.
But Kixeye has been known with the RNG to give you tech that you already own. That's why I have a lot, 2 or 3 of Ronin components.
Back to the original Elite Titan base when that first dropped a couple of years back. When I was running the Elite Titan for tech, I'd had the Elite Titan and I was running tech. Do you know how many times I won another Elite Titan?
Oh yeah.
I had the at that time. I had the capability to build 16 of the damn things.
My friend, back when the SF era were around, I was mad that I didn't have a Widowmaker X, because the Widowmaker X was really good against SF before they were untech'd, because you could distract with the drones. Well, my buddy Militarism, he kept saying, "Oh look, I just unlocked another Widow X. I just unlocked the Widow X," because he was doing the VK40 bases. Yeah. And look, I just unlocked the Widow X, and for like a whole year he was tormenting me with this because he knew that I wanted this unit. And I was like, he shouldn't be unlocking Widow X and Fabs and Elite Hellfires and all that. It shouldn't give him this because he's already got it. Unless it's going to allow them to make another Widow X or something, you know?
And that's why they removed those things from the VK30s and 40 bases.
Hey, I have to go. Doc, I'll see you guys later. Have a good show.
No worries, Data. Thank you very much for coming on.
Bye, hon.
Everybody.
Well, this question from William in YouTube. It says, will this allow low levels to be as strong as high levels? I don't think so, because it's only 10% bonus.
The divide.
I mean, it's help, but it's not going to be
the divide.
It's not going to be a game changer. I mean, it's definitely going to help lower levels get their units a little bit stronger. But like libs have a standard 40% against vehicles. So then with this bonus, if it stacks, which it should, you'd have 50% against vehicles now. So yeah, libs are probably going to destroy Juggernaut even more now.
Hello again there, guys.
Hey, Andrew.
And when Acolytes get their thing, which they're not on the list, but you know, eventually they're probably coming. That's really going to be
at some other point, but they're not there right now. And I think that they're only buffing units that they know people are going to use, which are
this
all
is surprising that
except for the hammer.
Yeah, this is surprising. I figured they would do all Sentinel stuff since we're doing Sentinel bases for, well, not Sentinel, but Sentinel event.
Sentinel faction for the event.
Sentinel faction, yeah, but
But again, this isn't out yet.
Oh well, yeah.
At least I don't think it is.
Wait, no, didn't it say it was part of the update? Yeah.
Yeah, it did say it was part of the update, so it should be out.
Yeah, just the FYI, the game is still down. For anyone still trying. I'm down probably half hour to an hour.
yeah, it's still down. I just checked it.
That's a massive update, though. That's biggest
Oh, yeah.
update
Yeah.
in quite a long time.
They said 90 minutes, so
Yeah,
we're still looking at least another hour on top.
Oh, we're going to kill the time, Phil. Do you want to have a game words with friends?
Hey, Doc, I sent you.
Go.
Doc, I sent you some PMs with the Herald splash. If you want to show that.
Oh damn it! I'd have to maneuver around.
I can screen share it if you want.
Please do.
Hey, wrong thinker, if you're watching, we got a spot on the panel.
No, we don't.
Hey, we can make one.
Hey, you know what?
put him there.
If he's in the
that's
YouTube
awesome.
chat, or I'm watching YouTube chat right now, if he's in there, he wants to come on, I'll gladly drop out.
Oh, same here. I'll drop out in a heartbeat.
No. I'll kick Fear the Field. Because Fear the Field's been muted for the last.
I like Fear. He's good. I like Fear.
Yeah, but he's
I
been
do,
muted.
but I can't have him on while Wrong Thinker's on.
Alright, I am setting up my thingy. I'm setting it up in a PowerPoint, so this way it'll go like full screen.
Alrighty.
Okay, so let me screen share.
You in the fucking YouTube chat. I'll time the both of you out.
Alright,
God Scope and Man of War. Era bastards.
what is that? Alright,
Hey, now.
I'm presenting whenever you're ready. Oops, don't want that.
Good.
Okay. Alright, am I good?
I see
Not
nothing yet.
Ah, I mean, did you screen share me
There
and
it
all
is.
that?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Think
So,
if not-
This is a huge shout out to, what's his name, McLovin, I believe we tested this with. He set out 20 something walls this way, 20 something walls that way, 20 to 20, and then I think 20-ish walls this way. And I dropped my Herald 8 bombs right here. And it went 10 that way, went 10 that way, and it went 7 this way, which is kind of interesting because I figured it would be a circular 10.
And it is.
But this one, this way, it only went 7. This one, it went 10, and that one went 10.
It's the way the walls
And
sit.
there's the repaired pieces. What I was thinking is, here's my next test. We're gonna fill like that, and we're just gonna put all walls in here. Then I'm gonna target the middle, and then see like what the splash is. And that's where my buddy Militarism, me and him are gonna get together. I'll record it, and then I'll put it up on the Unshackled page. Because he's on QB time, so I don't know what time. I don't know what time it is for him right now. Otherwise, I'd potentially try to do it live.
Should be about midday. I doubt it.
Oh, well, let me see if he's online.
The diamond tech does have to be earned per unit. So once you get all of those, you can equip it to it. So it's per unit. So you have to get 6.
Or per unit, yes. It's not per actual individual unit, but per faction or whatever it is you want to call it.
Yeah.
So it's guaranteed tech,
As
but it's
Champ-
just not going to get the one you want.
Champ just said in YouTube chat, Daba, that we need to run this same test, but with the new walls.
Oh yeah, that yeah. For everyone in YouTube, those were. Wait, were they not the new walls?
Jam.
that I did.
Jam.
Oh no, they weren't. Sorry about that. Yeah, I apologize. I thought that he had new walls. Okay, so.
That's so last year, Dubba.
Oh. Can I say something else as well?
Yes.
Let me turn my screen share back on. Because this debate was going on in Unshackled page. So everyone was saying that these new walls suck because they don't block splash, yada yada yada. So and whatnot. There we go. I have to get one of those. So we're gonna have a epic mega tank right here. There's my mega tank. He's shooting bullets at the wall. This is the kind
I
of.
don't see anything. Oh no, I see.
That
Yeah,
is a lovely mega tank.
Yes, this is the best mega tank ever.
Wrong thinker, if you are watching this, hire this man as a designer.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Look, even 4 wheels for you. There you go. Boom.
It's
4
a
wheels
snow
for your mega
shovel.
tank. Well, these are the bullets, so I didn't even draw a cannon on them, but you know, frontal
And the mega
damage.
tanks have treads, not wheels. I'm just throwing that out there.
What? How does they?
It's always not words with friends, isn't it?
There you go. There you go.
And the other side.
Now it's running round in circles.
There you go. Boom. Boom. There you go. There's your treads.
Just put an arrow, Dubba. It saves any hassle.
4 on one side and 4 on the other.
So
Treads.
yeah, if I had like a turret right here, see, look, there we go, boom. This is my turret. If the frontal damage should block, it should block frontal damage. But let's say I have a Juggernaut shell that has a splash of. I'll do this in a bigger pen.
You're going to draw this like you're going to draw the fat man.
All right, so
Maybe this one in red as well.
I think there's a
roughly.
there.
So there's let's say I target this right here, that block.
You call that a circle?
Mikaya in the
circle.
YouTube chat said, "Poor art team blown away by MS Paint."
No, this is Snip Tool. I'm not even using Paint right now. So, because I'm just showing a point, you know, it doesn't have to. This is the best artwork you ever see, by the way. But this is proof. This is conceptual stuff, you know.
Let's
So,
start
I
the
target this
hashtag
one.
we love Daba in fucking YouTube.
Exactly. Daba is the best artiste ever.
Hey, you know what? We're giving Daba a rough time for this, but he's put in
Takes
so
time to
much
do it.
work to do stuff like this for the
Hours and-
community.
Spray it
Hours
through.
and hours to draw this photo, man. Like blood, sweat, and tears, mostly blood to put this photo together. But
No, Wolfie, don't make me give you a timeout for
Wolfie,
that.
no.
All right, I'm timing out Wolfie. Wolfie's getting a
Do it.
timeout. He's
Do
getting it.
Oh,
Gone.
Like I explained to somebody in the page, if you drop a nuke on top of this wall, and if this was real life, if you had a wall, you could put it infinite height. You drop a nuke on the top of it, it's gonna.
Daba, they have shapes in paint, bro.
Huh?
Sorry.
Got shapes in paint.
Damn it, champ.
What are they saying?
There's shape tools in paint, bro.
He's ripping you, man.
Oh,
He's ripping you.
guys, if you want an artist, you can open Paint, MS Paint. Just go over here, click that, or if you have Windows 10, just type Paint, and you can draw along with me. But painting time with Daba.
Start painting some happy little bushes.
Dubba, all I have to say is real art matters.
Exactly. Look, here you go. Boom.
Hey,
Boom.
Donna, Dubba, put some trees behind those walls so we can kind of wonder about your base expansion.
Give it a beard. Give it a beard.
Now we see it out.
Hold on.
We get receded outline. Come on.
Here it goes. Here it goes. Right there. Fail. Take two. Take two.
I thought you giving him a Hitler.
I thought he was doing a Hitler there, actually.
There you go. Boom. There you go.
I'm God, you're giving him a hipster beard.
I think it's critical exam gone.
And what is on that chin?
Now here's the hipsterness.
Is maintenance over yet? It's getting silly. No.
Mate, it's not going to be over while Kickseye is watching this.
Hashtag hire Dubba in the chat, please.
Just picture all the Kickseye team watching this now, not even bothering with the maintenance.
See, look, this is Kickseye's version right there. This is Dabba's version. Which is obviously
later, that's because Kickseye has stopped their updates and that they're more watching us and wrap their heads off.
Yeah, I know.
The fell off my
shoe. God.
At least they've got something to do while they wait for everything.
Yeah, exactly.
If I was there,
like when Wrong Thinker got on the show the one time, he was just like sitting back and chilling, like hopefully this works. And so it looks like they have some downtime while our downtime is going.
Oh dear.
Does Dobber remember where he's exploiting?
Can we try and at least unveil ourselves here and get back onto the target?
I think words
the X marks the target.
I don't even remember what we were talking about.
So, all right, so with my epic mega tank shooting at the frontal wall, it should block damage to this turret here. But like if you have a wall that's infinitely high,
can you erase all that stuff, Dabba, and start again? I'm really confused.
Yeah.
I missed the first part. Sorry.
I'm pretty sure Lady's blonde, so she's definitely going to be confused by that.
All right, so here's the epic mega tank, and it's shooting bullets. Let's make the bullets blue. This way, whatever. Bullets are blue, and so it's shooting bullets at the walls. If it's frontal, like shooting in the front of it, the unit on the ground or whatever, and it's shooting at a turret behind the wall or whatever's behind the wall, the splash should not hit this wall when you get the walls upgraded. If you go on the top, like if you're arching, like you have a Hellfire tank, get fatter pen. So you got a Hellfire tank right here shooting. Looks more like a Vindicator.
Like a boat on wheels.
So he's shooting.
Looks like a fucking shopping cart.
I am absolutely like a shopping cart doing this.
All right, so he's shooting his bullet, and it lands right there on the top of the wall.
Is that your version of the Juggernaut?
I always miss the top of the wall. It kind of hits the bottom.
Looks like a Vindicator.
And like it shoots the top of the wall, so it's going to splash because I gave somebody a real life example. If you drop like a cannonball on the top of a castle wall, you're going to be shrapnel on both sides. If you throw it at the front of the wall, though, it'll probably withstand it.
I just got it. There's a brand new career opportunity for Dobber right here. You should be a football coach.
It actually looks like like what happens if a shopping cart hits a brick wall with someone in it.
All right, you guys want to see me coach football? Watch this. Ready? Boom.
Oh no!
These guys are going that way.
There we go.
And these guys are going that way.
It was like a South Park drawing this.
Boom.
This is what happens when Kix does the maintenance late. We have just nothing.
It disorientates us.
It's just
drunk from earlier. So
we need
the X is going this way. The O's. See these guys? They're going that way.
Someone you double, please.
This guy never played noughts and crosses.
Noughts and crosses ever.
It's tic-tac-toe, not noughts and... This is tic-tac-toe.
I know.
Oh God, Dobber, we don't need to know how to play tic-tac-toe.
No, they're saying noughts and crosses. This is tic-tac-toe.
It's the same shit. Call it whatever the fuck you want.
Play your 0.
It's a fucking child game.
Never played the middle.
Sounds like he's gonna rage quit. He's gonna rage quit.
Let's do this. Somebody call out of O.
Get back up, copy, goddammit!
He's rage quitting and go because it's Conceptual.
No structure. We have no
Wow,
structure right now. What the hell?
There's no willpower.
This is killing me.
It's almost as like we're already on the Kickside design team.
I was showing you guys how to play football. Not hand egg.
This is War Commander, not fucking Minesweeper.
I would even pick up my Pokemon Go there over the head of this.
Oh, we do not speak of the forbidden.
That's what all these diagrams are about.
Do not speak of the forbidden.
I got a 600 CP Charizard fear.
Shut up!
Okay, all right. Let's get this thing back on track. I don't know what track we were even on, but let's. Dalva's Penny's gotta go.
We're on somewhere.
My body is gone somewhere else.
That's good. We'll talk about it later. I might even show you my 100% Tyranitar.
Shut up!
If you listen closely, if you listen really closely, you can hear the veins in Phil's neck popping out.
All right, Nick, 3 in a row. I win.
The ones in the top of my head.
I got 3 in a row. I win.
Dominic, how do you lose against playing yourself?
Yeah, how do you lose?
Wolfie was giving me the O position. I was giving the X.
Good night.
Oh,
Back to War Commander. I missed the discussion about the new Alliance raids because I was prepping my lunch. So what were your thoughts on it?
It's going to be some serious bullshit.
I don't like it mainly because the buffs we're getting are like worse. I thought they would, somewhat match up in terms of power, because we lost that time. I thought they would at least match up in power somehow. But I mean, 6-hour duration. I mean, the defensive bonus, we used to get, 20%. Now we're getting 25% for 6 hours instead of for a week.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Take it the intel bases are going to be out daily then because of this.
No,
they're Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Oh, is that right?
Same timetable.
So we're going to...
Hey, Phil, you should check YouTube chat.
Days that are going to be missed out then because of this.
Yeah, and on top of all that, I mean, from what it looks like,
got him.
the amount of supplies you actually get from doing the whole raid, I think you get how many do we have to need? How many points do we need to complete the whole thing?
You only get like 50 a base.
You get 100 per base now.
Okay.
No, that's the intel. You get 50 supplies for doing a silver base, and you get 250 supplies plus 2 legendary training tokens for doing a gold base. Hold up.
That's all there is silver and gold.
Oh, okay. So you need to do 9 bases in total, and I'm assuming the gold bases count as 3 because it says conquering the highway zealots earns 1 participant guaranteed diamond tech, and your alliance up to 750 supplies plus those from bases. Oh, I'm confused as fuck. I take everything back.
Good. The only thing we're going to have to do, it's going to be a wait and see approach.
It is.
I think the game's going to go down a few more times in the next few hours after it comes back up. So
again, it's another feature that has not been tested and retested by its community.
Yeah.
Because all of that stuff in there is simply not good enough.
Because
it's just lacking. I mean,
like we have our boost running there 24/7.
You can't do that. I mean, I was single-handedly, I had a friend doing the intel bases, and I was doing the raids themselves, and we were keeping them going for the whole clan. But I don't see that happening now, considering I'm pretty sure you can't use missiles in the bases anymore, and the bases are going to be kick-size version of a good base. which means we're going to get kind of fucked up hard.
And you can't use Corpus and that.
And the funny thing is,
no, it's a ball
Corpus
space.
units
You can't there. Sorry, that's the ball space.
Oh yeah, it's ball space.
So it's just going to be frustrating that there, because really they should increase the capacity to 100,000 goods to keep you going.
100,000 what?
Supplies. Yeah, the supplies.
That's a lot of fucking supplies.
Yeah, but that's what you have to do, though.
Hey, Peel,
I understand, yeah.
You're running through so many per day if you want to keep it going 24/7.
I know, and that's the thing. I mean, if you're getting up to 750 supplies, let's say 750 is now the 2K that you used to get, right? So that's not even enough to do one whole raid. If say then you're getting, let's say the gold bases were three bases for the thing. That means you're going to get 3 of those bases, which is going to be 750 supplies plus the 750 from that. That's 1.5K. That's only half the amount of supplies to run all 3. So you need to run the whole thing twice just for 6 hours. So every 6 hours you have to do 2 whole things plus the 10 intel bases every 6 hours.
And then you reduce it to only 3 members. So if the bases are tricky, that's going to reduce your clan.
It's going to reduce efficiency and operations.
Yeah, look, I'm not a fan. I mean, the bonuses are shit. I mean, where are they? I mean, you get a 20. Yeah, sure, you get an increased attack bonus by 15%, only 15%, but you literally lose 6 days and 16 fucking hours to gain an extra 15% damage for 6 hours. That's
not acceptable.
No, it's not there. You're losing out. That's you can't have that there, and especially for running events or invasion or onslaught, or we can be tactical. Say, right, guys, we're going to run these extra boosts here for the next 2 hours between these hours and this hours. Anybody doing their events, this is the time.
Yeah, I mean, I like them the way they were. I mean, if they just kind of made it, an upgrade to what it was. I mean, yeah, the base was updated, was outdated, and it was pretty piss easy to do now. But I mean, if they updated that, kept the same design, maybe tweaked it a bit, it would be good. But I mean, this is ridiculous. I mean, when you look at the defensive bonus, we were getting 20% for 7 days. Now we're getting 25%. You get 5% boost for 6 hours, and I mean,
4 days.
You lose 6 days, 18 hours for a 5% boost for 5 hours.
The only way they could do that is they have to have these intel bases out every day. Is the only way you could even possibly do it.
At the bare minimum, that's what should happen, and that's just kind of every second day at least. I mean, these legendary training tokens in the diamond tech are not worth the absolute appalling war efforts that we're getting now.
No,
I think
to be perfectly honest, it needs looking at again, and it needs playing and testing by its community before it is released to the general public.
Before you test it, Phil, the mathematics don't work out too well.
No, they don't. Again, if you maths and kickside maths always add up, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, as I was reading, the start of it, I'm like, okay, sweet, we get 100 intel from the base, awesome. I'm like,
now we know why.
Yeah, you get an increased supply capacity by an extra 2K. I'm like, awesome.
For 10,000 supplies, run one buff at 60.
We could all be like
2 days.
Worker bees over 3 days and getting that topped up, and that would bring the clan together. People would get their
supplies. You can run the buff 2.5 days straight, and that's so you're going. You'd need 30,000 supplies to run all 3 for the same amount of time, which you can't do because you're capped at 10,000. You lose 4.5 days worth of the supply you were getting beforehand for practically the same thing.
And see, like with our missile bastion, we can hoard in resources to last us the weekend when the bastion bases ain't out. So that's why I was thinking they should increase our supplies.
You know,
this way we can go crazy on the weekends.
You have to hoard supplies from Saturday all the way through till Tuesday.
And
see, the intel bases ain't out, so you have to.
Also, whenever we go on our RAB runs and that there, and that's good for the community. It's good for players. It gives them an interest. It's also brilliant for Kickside because it showcases everybody. So it does there. Like, there's that boost gone now. We're taking more damage because of it there. We can't afford to run extra boosts just because somebody wants to jump to another sector. We're just going to have to twiddle our thumbs and just take the damage.
I've got some more things to say on this topic, but I'll be back in 2 minutes.
There's enough usually now at the moment, even in the small Unshackled clan, to run the res boosts most of the time. Most of it, at least. But the point is, taking that away is detrimental to everybody. I mean, you lose the smaller boosts for the smaller alliances who could only have 1 or 2 boosts running at one time, or have enough to do the whatever bases come out for whatever reason.
But they've already lowered the amount of resources that come out of 30s and 35s anyways, so...
Yeah, they haven't. They've remained the same, but everything else has been increased. That's the fucking dick move of it.
No, it's just a bit disappointed in that there, but it's not out yet as such. You know, maybe they can re-look at it, or you know, maybe somebody with a forum post there and that there, getting somebody to explain the losses and gains overall. Like, if it wasn't broken, don't fix it. You know what I mean? I think it was a fair way of doing it there.
I think it may end up being a fucking desk of Dr. Phil post on the forums by the end of the night.
It's just, it's very fair, and especially the lower players, you know, the level 35s and all that, they're doing their events, right? We're running extra boosts for you there. You know what I mean? It'll get you through this hard wave in your defense. You can't afford to do that now, so...
No, I like having the week-long ones because they were incremental, but they would get you further and getting the extra res in was better. So there are certain 35s you could find out there with 20 million res in that you just fucking throw your shit at.
Yes,
and it's auto, it's free repair, its jobs are good.
Now, so it's 1,000 for each for 3 of them, and then so basically 12,000 per day, right?
It's 4.
Because you got 4. Yeah, you got 3,000. You got 3,000 a pop 4 times a day, right?
Yep. Yeah. 96,000.
All right. So let me throw some maths at you. Our cap is. Yep. So our cap is 10,000. So there's a problem there. Now that's 84,000 a week if you want to run it 24/7. Yada yada yada. Well, we got Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We can go crazy on them, but you can only hold 10,000. Now bigger clans.
No, the intel bases only spawn Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays.
No, they changed them. It said Thursday, Friday, Saturday on the post, didn't it?
No, hang on a minute. Let me go find it.
But we would grind them just to hold for that day, because those 3 days they're going to require 36,000, and at best you could.
Yeah, okay, they did change it. Thursday, Friday, Saturday on the intel. That's it. From Saturday, from the Sunday all the way through till the Thursday, you've got no boost.
Right.
You have to run the boost just to cover Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and that's not. You might get a little bit into Sunday if you time it right, but yeah, like let's say you're mainly an American clan, or your clan is mainly in one country. Let's not just put American, but your clan is mainly one country. You can set the boost so that you run it 12 hours a day instead of 24 hours. So this way, like, it gives your clan 6 hours of sleep or something like that. 8 out of 12 hours of sleep, 8 hours. Like for US, a lot of US people that are normal go to bed before midnight. So like midnight to 8 a.m. you could alleviate that shift for running the boosts. And that would cut down on, but yeah, it's just they gotta do something on the end, like, so this way we could hoard it up, like put it up to like 100,000 or something like that. even 50,000, because this way we can run it over. Because we would need to store up 84,000 of the supplies in order to run it for the week. Which bigger clans have no problems doing that. You know, kill yourself Thursday, Friday, Saturday. But here's the thing: while you're killing yourself doing that, you've also got shadow ops. You've also got potentially invasion. You got the events. You got other stuff on the map that, like, we're gonna be living on the game now. It seems even more than we've been because, yeah. And that's another thing. You only got 3 people that can participate, so you can't run more than one at a time. You can only run one at a time. So, like, there's clans that's got 200, 300, 400 people under multiple tags. I think you got 200 per tag. So let's say you got 200 people in a clan. You could run 33 times 3. You could run 200 divided by 3, whatever that number is. You could be running that many raids at one time, but they only allow 1 raid at a time. Because then you can maximize your efforts. So let's say you get it done in an hour, and you get, how much do you get for beating the new raid thingy? Like how many supplies do you get? All right, so let's go with the old pay system of 2K for an hour. So you got to do 5 of them, and let's say it takes you a half hour like the old ones did. So that's, for some people, so that's 5 times a half, 2.5 hours.
Where are you getting your 10,000 from? Because it's always been 8,000.
They're raising it to 10.
10,000.
Thank you. I was getting confused. I apologize.
Yeah. No worries.
I hope they've made a mistake and forgot to add another note.
Oh yeah, they need another 0 on that.
Yeah.
You know, that would be my. I hope it's just, and then that might be conceivable, and that gives you a little bit of flexibility either side. Because, you know, it's basically you can only run it for 3 days and you lose 4 days. So I don't see why that should happen.
Because it's
or
not
why
like
it would be a good idea.
Like smaller clans are definitely going to be suffering. Like what's his name? Dutch. Dutch runs 5 or 6 in his clan or something. Yeah, he runs NL clan. There's like at most 5 or 6 in his clan, and they would not have an issue grinding these bases, but they've got 6 of them, and so it's really going to overburden them to keep these things.
Sound selfish, but it could mean like people setting up smaller clans with 3 people just to do these bases to get.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But yet when the clan is disbanded, or you go anywhere else, all those supplies disappear.
Well, just
so
to get the
smaller
diamond
clans is not good. Forcing this issue is bad enough for Kicksite, and they need to can this idea and go back to the drawing board immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Because the raid system that they had before wasn't great,
but it was better.
But you still had access to be able to do it, and a couple of people could have gone and ran all of the stuff, got all of the bases, got all of the intel, capped it out, and you'd be good for a while. You'd have your smaller boost running for the week, and then when you needed to go on a PvP run or a RAV or something like that, you throw on the big boost for 2 hours, you go smashing and bashing and everything else, and you come home and you repair, and then you wait for the bases to come back out again, you fill up on the intel rinse to repeat. And that was the week-long process of it being done. This new process is screwing the meta completely, and it is completely bullshit to everybody that was doing these raids before, or has done these raids in the past, and screwing over everybody by those 3 letters that I hate the most, RNG. Because if you've got 3 people doing 1 base or X amount of bases at the end of it, only giving out 1 piece of tech that is random, and even the guy, you take 3 people, you have, I don't know, to take myself, Dobber, and Debo doing the quote-unquote new alliance base. Even though I know we're all in different clans, but I'm taking that as an example. Where the 3 of us are doing that base. Debo takes more damage than me and Dobber, but Dobber gets the tag.
Well, we all know damn well that would never happen.
Hey, I know. And
also,
Albert
like,
gets a tech, and I don't do shit, basically.
Yeah, we could have loafers where two people do all the work, or even one person does all the work, and then the guy that doesn't do anything gets a tick.
Yeah.
Which is good for helping lower levels get tick, but
it screws everyone else.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Now I can understand.
It'd be nice if there was. It'd be nice if there was just one.
It's a balancing problem because they don't want exactly what we've just said. Somebody dragging lowers into bases for Diamond Tech, and they want to try and disseminate this. It's fairly.
Hello.
Hello, darling.
I'm sorry. I'm literally just getting home and choked down a turkey burger. So what the frack is going on? Are you kidding me? The whole game's down?
The whole game is down. The update is out, and they fucked with the alliance bonus.
All right, hang on. Let me see how fast I can get in the Skype room. I'm sorry. Between the
coming
home from the all right. Let's see. Maintenance is 4.
We are still live.
Maintenance moved to 6. Oh, we are live.
We are still live.
Okay, so I'm the Queen of War Commander. So guys, just bear with me, okay?
You take your time. I'll carry on with what I was bullshitting about.
All right, here we go.
Hey, Skip. Sorry, my mic was muted.
Okay, going up at 5. All right, I'm not working. Okay.
September 20.
So there are no guarantees at this point. Just saw we're streaming. Okay. Measures. Okay, we're going up in 5 minutes. Okay, all right. Let me see if I can get somebody. There's nobody in that room. I'm just going to say it because the man doesn't work there anymore. So my main dude that I would go to was the boss of all the community managers. His last day was the Friday before Labor Day. So I literally have to pick and choose who I can grab. So yes, we're live, and you guys keep talking, and I'm going to start writing in the Skype room.
You do what you got to do, honey. You do what you got to do.
Going back to the
Wait, is it totally down on Facebook? I'm sorry, real quick before I send this. KXL and Facebook everywhere?
Totally.
It's down.
It's within
down
its
for
time
maintenance.
frame there, Skippy. Down for maintenance. Still 20 minutes to go yet.
It actually was supposed to go down because it's maintenance. It's not like a crash or anything.
It's not like last night.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so we're live.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we're still
All right,
within
let me reread the notes. Sorry, just came in. Tentatively set for 5.
Tentatively set for 5.
Moved to 5:30. Moved to 6. Maintenance set for 6. It'll be at least a 9-minute downtime. So that was at 9 o'clock my time. So it should come up in 15 minutes.
Yeah, thereabouts. Yeah.
So I'll stay live. There we go. I saw a game is down and I was freaking the hell out because I thought we had a repeat of last night. All right, go back to what you were doing. I will mute myself.
I want to. Somebody had brought up making alliances of 3. I think that'll be good for Diamond since we need so many of them. Because it'd be nice if you just needed 1 Diamond Tech and it would cover all your units. But since you need 6 of them, it might be beneficial to make. You're going to see a lot of new tags being made, and then 3 of them, 3 people in each tag, just doing the things, and then just keep doing it. They're going to keep doing raids and everything until they get all 6 tech, and then they're going to go back to the main raid, main tag.
But thanks for sharing what I was going to do.
But that disseminates
somebody else.
Point.
Somebody else shared it before I did, so
you say Lonnie gets all the 6 tech, and I know Lonnie does a lot of the raiding, does a lot of the raid bases. He does a lot of them, a lot. Hell, he's come over to Unshackled and done it for me on several occasions when I haven't been able to do it myself. And it's one of those points. It's like, when you get the 6 techs, are you crossed off the list and it can be disseminated somewhere else? Or is it just, it's going to give it to him regardless? That's one thing that's not on that list.
Mm-hmm. So, because we got to make sure that once you get all 6, or even like Liberator Tech, let's say
there's tech per unit, tech per unit.
Yeah, hear me out. Let's say the base is giving out a Liberator Tech on Kickstarter's side. They say, all right, whoever wins is getting a Liberator Tech. Let's say I've already got the Liberator Tech. It should not then award me the Liberator Tech. But since we need 1 per unit, it might give me, since I already have a Liberator Tech, it might give me something else, and then lock me out. That would be good.
No. You misread it. It's not one tech per unit. One tech covers all those units that are listed.
Somebody posted on YouTube that Wrong Thinker made a comment.
Yeah, no.
I think it is one tech per unit,
type.
but that.
One tech per unit type, not one tech per unit. The tech itself is unlimited.
Hold on, I'm gonna try. I'm looking for it right now.
One tech for. All right,
One
say it
tech
again.
for the
What are you asking me? I'm talking to Wrong Thinker right now. Ask me again.
Doc, looking for him. He's got a Wrong Thinker face. Doc, looking for him.
Skip,
guys,
if at all
one
possible, if he wants to come on the show, just let me know. I'll hop out. He can come on and explain everything to everybody.
It'd be great, but I think there. He just said this is. Have a real good feeling about this release. It's some of the best stuff we've shipped out in a while, and a lot of this is based on a lot of your feedback from the shows. But I imagine he's probably waiting for this to throttle in to make sure it doesn't crash as it comes in. All right. So the question was: is it one tech per unit for what?
For that tech, like, is it one? Is it do you get awarded that one piece of tech across all those units, or is it one tech per unit?
Awarded across.
Doc, check side chat. There's a forum post that Wrong Thinker just put up that we might want to share.
One tech per unit. Okay. So one tech per unit for the flat tech. Do you get awarded across for all units, or is it one tech per unit?
Oh, he's got a fucking post out. Holy shit.
Yeah. He does.
Oh, wait. He says he can come on. Oh, my goodness.
Come on?
Yes.
Oh, that would be absolutely brilliant.
Hold on. Let me give him the link. I'm sorry, everybody. I know this is live, but this is how we fly by it.
Let me kick out of here.
He says, give him 2 minutes. He'll be right there.
Excellent stuff. Excellent stuff.
Awesome. Here's your queen, baby.
Thank you very much, madam.
No, really, Lady Warrior is the queen because I don't play like she plays. So we'll just say Lady Warrior is kind of like, and Texas Pussycat. Okay, those are the queen War Commander players. I get you the information you need when you need it.
No, you
Fearless Stiletto.
No, Skip, you will always be the queen. Always. I'll be more than happy to be the princess.
I see this little
There
queen
you go.
over here. I see this little queen over here on the icon. Why can I only see? Does it say warrior queen?
Yeah, it's XR warrior, XR queen. Yeah, I'm queen of the clan. They did that. They're sweet. They're sweethearts.
Anyway, while we're
It's
waiting
Game
for
of Thrones. Skip is our queen, and Lady Warrior is the queen regent.
There you go. That'll work.
So I'd like to explain this live while I have this, and I'm having this wonderful sense of humor because I just want to throw it out there. For everybody who's listening, no matter how you feel about me as a person, there are all these people that are on this panel, new or especially all these people that have been playing War Commander way longer than me. You know them way longer than you've known me. I did not self-title myself this name.
No.
That was something that was picked.
Shadow Killer's fault.
Yes, and that was even when I had tried to take a break from War Commander and realized how things were kind of floundering. You weren't getting the information. So for whoever it was that just most recently sent me a copy of a PM between 3 people, she calls herself the queen, that she gave herself that title. This is for you, bitch. I did not give myself that title. Someone else gave me that title, and I've never really been comfortable mentioning it. But you know what? I'm wearing it shiny and pretty. If you don't like it, you can kiss my ass.
Good for you, sister. Good for you.
Okay, so